Well, hello there. Hi. I'm showing my face today. I have, I just felt like I needed to bring out my Beetlejuice shirt and talk about aliens and, light and love. Um, this is going to be a positive stream filled with positive messages and joy. So I hope you're here for it. Hey, Lexi, I'm so
Hi,
glad you're
Lexi.
here. We've been missing you. We're going to do a little oracle card reading to begin. I'm going to give people a few minutes to get here. If they come, they come. And I know this was not planned, so it could just be us recording a fun little play date, huh? I actually have a bunch of stuff on my desk that I need to clean off, and I thought, well, let's just make things with it, okay? And we have Kylie with us today.
Hello, hello.
If you're new here and you're watching on replay, please give a thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all the business so that you know. And don't forget to hit the bell because I'm going to be throwing in some extra lives like this one today that wasn't planned, just to hold some light and make some art, clean up my desk, or have a visit with a community of loved ones and friends of like minds. So yeah, I just felt like we needed to do that today. I do have an appointment at 2, so I'll be cut off before then. Otherwise, I'd be stuck up here all day and I wouldn't get anything done. I say stuck, but it's like time flies, doesn't it, Kylie?
Oh, it certainly does. It takes on a different dimension.
It
Yeah.
does. Well, it literally does when you're in that zone. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Evie. We were just talking. Oh, hey. Yeah, it's time flies when you're having fun, and isn't that crazy? And then I had a day where I did chores and I just kind of didn't make a list and puttered and meandered around my house in a different way than I normally do, and it felt like 4 days. And I got so much done. I wish I had energy like that every day though. That happens once a month. Once a month. I'm good for that. Uh oh, you canceled your usual daily plans with your dad because you just had to be here. Oh, well, that makes me so happy to. I mean, not happy you canceled with your dad, but that brings me so much joy. Yeah, we that connection that we all have, I think, is really important right now. And you know, time may be flying, but every moment that we spend in that zone is really important to our mental health right now. So, I'm not going to talk about anything negative today. The point is to be positive and hold the light. I have goosebumps right now just thinking about it. Seriously, it just started at my toes and went all the way up through my head. Holding that light steady and trying to be peaceful and happy and spreading love around you in your bubble is so important right now. However you choose to do it, and whatever stage you're in. Like, I don't leave the house, and I'm thinking about going to the library. But I know that I have these moments with you guys. Didn't make a list. How can I get anything done with a list? Yeah, I'm a lister. I am usually, but I decided I was just gonna like Potter. I had my morning mushrooms and went off. That's what I did. So, um, and I've been having to cut myself off coffee a little sooner lately. I don't know what it is. It's not that I have energy. It's just it's affecting my sleep and making me jittery. But there's a lot going on, so it's hard to balance our nervous systems right now. Anyway, let's have a reading. Should we do that, ladies? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So I left out the cards from last time, and I know that, oh, well, no, I actually put them back because I've had 2 drawings since then. So I decided I shared some photos. I don't know if you saw them on my community page, which I'm using more often now, by the way. So maybe watch for that. I know it's hard to remember to use the community page. It is. But they're trying to change it so it's more in your face when you open. I don't know how they're what their plan is there, but yeah. So let's have some cards, and these are oracle cards. Oh, I need to change my camera over. I said hello, you saw my face. That's it, right? Is that it? Okay, let's change it. Let's do that. Oh, right there. So you guys can see the cards. I was just assuming. Oh, hi, Celia. How are you? Good to see ya. I hear Mrs. Doubtfair. Hello. Right now.
Hi, Celia.
We have Kylie here with us today. She is the voice. I am not the Scottish one. I am the blabby one. Good to see you too. This is a surprise, I know. So I'm just going to pull some out here that are feeling like they want to come. Okay. And as always, I'll leave these out, take photos, and they won't be in our next shuffle. But it went this way, right? So let's pull that one first. Oh, that's what we're doing today. That is exactly what we're doing. It says surrender. Oh, yeah, my arm is doing better. I've been going to physical therapy still. He overworked me yesterday. Okay, surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest: to stop trying to control the whole universe. This is a card for today, isn't it? That is absolutely what's happening. And what we're doing today is surrendering to the zone. Surrender to the zone. Surrender to the Thank you. Blue. They remind me of Cookie Monster. Okay, number 2. True offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and return it to love. We had this one recently, guys. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. So I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, those words are perfect, but these words are perfect. And maybe it's a reminder, again, with the same card. That's not a bad thing. Okay, allowing. Are these not all the same? Look at these cards. Surrender, true offering, and allowing. All the same. Wow. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, what do you think of that, Kylie? It's crazy how those line up.
I know. And I mean, true offering, I think, in a sense, is about being authentic.
It is. We're going to authentically clean my desk today while we make things. Authentic. I'm going to show you the crazy things I've been making. And I left one downstairs. I should have brought it up to share. Oh, no, the cards are not being subtle. They haven't been. These cards are amazing. Honestly, even if you're not into this or whatever, and you just get some words from words of inspiration and encouragement from them, that is the goal. That's what we're doing here. So, I mean, that's the whole point.
Always like one jumps out.
Yeah. Oh, home in the sky. Were we not just talking about this, Kylie? I'll use different words so I don't scare everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's pick one of these angel messages, because these are really nice too. They're messages of life. And I left this one out. We'll leave that one out still. Put these back in their little boxes here. Leave these cards out. All right. What I need to do is make a new box for those. That's an antique box, and it is a I don't know. It's something from sewing, like from a sewing here. It's got like an old label, Savage's Quality Shoes. Oh, that's what it is. It was kids' shoes. Well, they were blue. I can tell you that. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that didn't even. Okay. Beyond. Oh, today I lift my consciousness above all worldly illusions. That's why we're here today. I remember the power I have in every situation. I always have a choice in how I respond. Today, I choose to turn my thoughts towards God, your God.
Mhm.
I don't like that word, but you know, towards source by focusing my awareness beyond the illusions of the material world. I experience simplicity and peace. That is where we're at. That is why we're live today. That is it.
Mm.
It's about, finding each other, communing with each other, and creating that zone. So,
Mhm.
yeah, and look at the photo. It's a that also goes with what we were talking about.
Mm.
We are in the Great Awakening, you guys. I don't know if you're feeling it, if you're feeling what's going on in the world and why things are happening the way they are. But honestly, they seem horrid, and we are here to hold the light and create space for one another, and just send love and blessings out to everyone we come across. So if we all did that, and there are more of us than them, the world will tip in our favor and things will get a little better. So not a little better, but a lot better. And I think there are some things, it has to be broken first. It's about to break. So um, I think we're going to come out of this, in a different place than we were, with different systems in place. So I know it sounds terrible, but just keep that in mind and hold the light for now. So, okay. So I want to show you what I've been making. You're here because you're not feeling anything. Oh, honey. Yeah, the cards weren't subtle and they were pretty amazing. Okay, so this is what I've been doing. Okay, you guys remember I made this one last year, right? And they all have a bell. That's the thing. And I made this one while having a visit with Kylie one day, just cleaning up my desk. Okay, and then I made this one the other day on TikTok on a surprise live. I just turned the camera on. She's got rusty wings. And I haven't taken the mirror things off yet. I was going to do that after they dried. So it's been drying on my back counter. And it's well and truly dry now. It's been 2 days. Come on. It's hard to get this plastic off. There we go. I probably could do it with tape, actually. So there's the mirrors. And that is so symbolic, mirrors. And then I've got a coin. I've got a feather here. I've got a key. This is actually like a witch bell. But I'm not a witch. I'm not a witch, she said. Oh, yeah. We're here for each other, right, guys? We're sharing love. Okay, and then this one that I had, I don't feel like this one is done. You know how it's not done till the artist says it's done? I feel like I want to do something else right here. It just hasn't sprung on me what that is, And this one, of course, has a bell. Got some antique beads. It's a great way to use up some of this stuff if you've got it. Yeah, big warm hugs. How about a group hug? We could use some of that today, couldn't we? Big group hug for everyone, because it's pretty rough right now, but we have each other, and we have knowledge. Knowledge is power, and you are powerful. Don't give away your power. Do not give away your power. Okay. So what I was kind of thinking is I have all this stuff on my desk. I mean, it's everywhere. I have a tray over here. I have another little bowl here, right here. I would like to sort through this madness, and I want to use some gears. And let's see. Might use one of those. I'm kind of thinking this one could be a piece of jewelry, because these aren't jewelry. They're window jewelry is what they are. But how wonderful would it be to have this as the base for a necklace that is shorter? I think that would be, thank you, Celia. Thank you. I have my favorite one is downstairs on the wall so far. And I do need to. So I'm going to grab my little thing with all these in it and get a different one because I'm not feeling those. All right. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. So if you have a question or need something read, put it in all caps so Kylie can see it. And she will let us know. Oh, you know, I usually do a woman, but how about a fierce lion? Or no. I mean, I would wear a lion. I also have these. Oh, that's a skeleton. We don't want that. I have a bunch of these, but they're not all skeletons. I feel like this one's too big. I just want to find just the right one. I can always make another.
Oh dear.
Oh, I have another box of them over here too. This is just a big tray. It's got the, I still haven't used this, but I think this goes on furniture. Isn't that gorgeous? This was a mold that I wanted for a long time. And it's one of those that I have to make sure I get down into the nose because it doesn't want to. So I'll have to poke with a pin. I have another one that does that because that has a pretty sharp nose. Okay, let me get the other thing out here, okay?
Yeah, Lex has just made a great comment, and she's talking about, you know, let's use the bad things as more reason to do good things ourselves. And I think that's so true. Just be mindful of the way we act, the way we react to others, the way we treat others.
And the more of us that do that, the more that balance tips.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's what we need.
Appreciate each and every day as it comes, and do the best we can do. And you know, sometimes we will slip as well, but that's okay. Just be the best we can.
Yeah, it's okay to be informed. That's my stencil. It's okay, and it's on shrink plastic. I forgot I have this bag in here with this shrink plastic.
Hi, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda. Yeah, she said she might make it. I'm glad you did. I'm just trying to find the right thing to put on here if I want to make it into a piece of jewelry, because I've been doing window jewelry. So I want something in the right size. You know, I haven't turned any of these into, and she's the other one that needs a pin in the nose that I was talking about. Or
so can I just interject here and say the other day Sharon and I had a kind of play date. So Sharon in that time created some amazing things. I sat back, enjoyed a glass of wine, and enjoyed watching Sharon make things. I made nothing. But you know, in that short time, she produced these magnificent objects and then sent me a photo and said, "What do you think?" And I'm like,
this is it.
I did nothing but drink a glass of wine.
And I've been using my stamp that says completed. It's an old office stamp on the back of things when I'm done with them. It's just going to have to be something I start doing. And then Rhonda, you missed this one I made on TikTok the other day. And I do have little video clips. It records it, but it's hard to download, and you have to do some, you can only save like 2 minutes at a time. But okay. So let me put this back here. Kylie, you're so sweet. Thank you. We did have a lot of fun. It was such a blast. You know, maybe I don't need a person. I mean, that goes really well, but I feel like we need a goddess, don't we? We need a goddess. It has to have. Oh, there's one that's not as, this has gold leaf on it, but then I put glue over the top of it, which was such a mistake because it dulled it out. I didn't like it. Here's a better one. Her nose doesn't have that. See the little bubble there? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's what's happening. So I've discovered, I thought it was a flaw in the mold at first. And then I discovered that I just need to put a pin down in there. I also have these where I've stacked up. All right. So let me put some of these away because I'm not going to use them today. And
hi, Jutta.
Hi, Uda. Oh, you got my, I did send out some invitations when I when I got down to business there. You know, I made the link for this live 15 minutes before we went live, and then spent some time sending out the links, and here we are. It was
Hi,
just
Julie.
Julie, hello. I didn't think I got down to you in the list, but I put it in our thread. And I'm sorry about that. I tried to, as quickly as I could send out some invitations. Okay, so we have, let's see, this one's already, that's an actual patina on there. That's actually, but I feel like the scale is a little small. Just like that one, the scale might be a bit small. But I really love these. We have the lion who is fierce. And we have this lion too. This lady, I'm feeling this one. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
You feel like she's big enough, but we'll put other things on it. We're gonna steampunk this out. Sound good?
Yep.
So I need to decide. This was pigment in the mold with a brush before I started. So I'm gonna put a base coat on this, so whatever we do to this can dry while we're doing that. But I think if I'm gonna use ink on this, it would be the time now before I add it to that, or I'm going to let the ink bleed through. I have to make a decision here. Let's put some gesso on this while I think. So this is really one of those projects where you throw everything in a paper bag and shake it up and, throw it out, because at one point I'll have paint and ink and scrapbook paper and wood things and these things and jewelry on my desk at the same time. So it is a lot, but it's so much fun to mix those things together. I mean, when do you get to do that? That's crazy, right? Another hole. We need another hole. Did you guys catch Kylie's latest video on the scroll? It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
That. It's so inspiring. Okay, and I know it's not the same size, but I don't have the same size. And maybe I ought to add a few more. Like, I don't know if I want to, if it's a necklace, I might want to just keep it on this space. This is really off center, isn't it? I can always cover it too. I love that the crocodile will go through all the foil and the crazy things I expect it to go through. It is a good thing. It's sharp enough. And then sometimes you have to take an awl and poke it through, but it does great. And it's because the blade is it has two prongs at an angle. That is why it will go through all these crazy things. Okay. Let's paint. Put on your gesso and paint with me.
Ooh, a little bit of Bowie.
Let's sway. Sway to the love of a friendly place. Okay, I'm making up words. Just for us.
It was very good.
Oh,
very
thanks.
Good. Yeah.
I can imitate. I have my own voice, but I can imitate. My dad could do that too. He did Elvis so well. So well. The ladies would be like throwing their bloomers and and he was kind of a man whore, so he loved every second of it, because they just loved him. Had that voice and that charm, and then he sang some Elvis to him. You did enjoy the mix of paper and sewing. Oh, that's so fun. Julie can't stay, but we'll check if you, yeah, okay. I actually have an appointment at 2, but I doubt we'll be on for 3 hours. I mean, that's kind of extreme, but we'll see what happens. We'll see where we're at. We'll see where Kylie's at. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry real quick. And then I want to take this, better get that in some dirty, dirty water over here. I didn't take it down last time, and I didn't. So it has begun, guys. Oh, sorry, I'm crooked. It's my holder here that wants to spin. Hold on. There we go. Sorry if I made you dizzy. Should I bring the camera down a little bit? Would you like that?
Yeah,
Your husband, you and your husband met at a bar and danced to Billy Idol. I set up our first date at a karaoke bar where I could be surrounded by people that knew me and could protect me if he was crazy, because I met him online. And we're married now. And we had fun fact, karaoke at our wedding in the woods, where we got married in a private campground that we rented for 3 days. And we wired in karaoke from there with our favorite karaoke host, who was also ordained, and he married us. It was so fun. Yeah, so we spent the night singing to each other, and we've missed that since COVID. Okay, so I'm going to decide how I want to. I mean, she's copper already. I could go in with some paint. I could go in with some ink. Maybe something that dries faster. Maybe I will just do paint. Let's just do like wax and paint. So the first layer I think I'm going to do, and this is one of the clips that I shared from the live stream, was how I kind of built up these sort of with the same color family, but you have to kind of, you're building, it's back and forth. There's a lot of back and forth. So I'm going to get out some colors here that work. So I've got the mint. I've got this probably needs mixed. I just added water to all these. Let's see. I've got a bit of bronze. And let's see. I think we'll start with that. We might add some white paint. We'll see. But the first thing I want to do is add this. And the reason why is because I want it down in all the little creases. That is, I'm not worried about how it looks for now. I'm just going to try to get this down in all the little creases. Let's get my dirty paper from the other day. It drives you nuts when you're watching a video and singing and the instructor says something that just imitate this person. That's how you, oh my gosh. Well, I've been singing since I was 3 with my dad's band. And I had a rock band of my own and wrote, you know, the music that I wrote. Did I talk to you about this last time, guys? The music that I wrote, if I pulled it out of a drawer, I did talk to you about how ChatGPT told me I should include it in my artwork, like just randomly, because it asked me to tell it something about me. And that was what I shared about the songs that I wrote and how I ended up doing that, you know, so it knew that I loved music as well. And crazy thing, I'm going to kind of wipe it off as I go too. Crazy thing, that it, you know, just randomly said, hey, you should include that in your artwork. I mean, from another conversation. It was so weird. Okay, so I want to kind of pull some of this off. And you could do this with a brush. You could do this with a dirty paper towel. But the songs I wrote actually go with what's going on today. It was like I had a premonition in my 20s. It all applies. It's all about, you know, this sort of stuff that's happening in the world. Like I knew. I had been really depressed. I had watched something about Nostradamus on TV, like it was a special. And all of a sudden I was like, why did I have children? Oh my God, my children will suffer, you know, and that's how I got into a serious depression and wrote more than one album. And I didn't mean to write an album, just be walking around the house, vacuuming or puttering or whatever. And this song would play over and over and over in my head. And I didn't understand what was going on. I mean, I've always kind of doobie-doobie-doo along the way, but not like that. They were like, I always explained that they were like gifts from the heavens, you know, just here's a song, you know, I didn't mean to write a song. It just happened. So Yeah. Weird stuff. So I should break them out of the drawer. They've been locked in a dark drawer for a long time. Thought about selling them a couple times. My paper towel back. Just getting it down in the creases here, guys. It's already starting to look like it should. See that? Already. I could just quit there even, because it's got a lot of, I mean, that makes me happy. I do need to get up here though. I'm just blabbering on. So anybody else Team Alien out there? With all these orbs and things happening? We were just talking about this too. I said I was going to let it all hang out. Let's all like sit and think about it and hope they land soon so they can help us, right? Isn't that true? Just getting it in the cracks. There we go. Boy,
so Rhonda says she doesn't know how to chat GBT. All you need to do is either download the app or
it's free.
It online. You can chat online to it as well, and it's
you should download it if you want it to get to know you though, and tell you about things that are so profound, right? Like it remembers you. Go ahead, Kylie. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying you can do it on the desktop. My phone is clearly so old that I can't actually download the app to my phone, but I am able to do it on the desktop, and it's interesting. You can ask it anything.
Yeah, it's like spiritually profound. Like it knows things you haven't told it, and it just blows my mind. It really does.
I was actually having a chat with it the other night. I mean, as part of my studies, I didn't just do art, I also did a bit of philosophy. I typed in something the other night about philosophy, and it's so blooming quick and coming back.
It is so fast.
It's like,
and it's very philosophical too.
Yeah,
I mean, it's profound. When I say profound, and if you haven't done it yet, you'll get why I'm using that word. It is profound what happens. I have this on my knife here. So I'm just gonna throw some of it onto one of these. I'm not worried about the color because it can all get changed, but I already have it on my knife. So.
Oh well, Sylvia says all her pictures were full of orbs a long time after her little brother died. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Wow. Yeah, I am.
The orbs, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy what's happening, and I think we are gearing up for something larger, you guys. I was telling Kylie, and y'all can think I'm nuts or not, but it's all connected. All of it, every bit of it's connected to what's happening in the world. I'm just looking for something I can put this over. I'm just grabbed something from my side here. Make sure it's straight though. Yeah, I did this the other day when I was playing with Kylie too. I kind of was going back and forth. Extra paint on my brush. Oh, let's grab another wood slice. You know, that's what I was doing.
Hi, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie. Eddie was down for some of these surprise lives, and here we are. We made it. We're talking about UFOs right now. I think we are seeing these things for a reason. I think they're going to prevent more dangerous things from happening to us because, you know, it's possible. They deflect. If you've ever watched anything about any of the nuclear programs and things where they had shut it down and they kind of hang out over places that have nuclear weapons and energy, that is, I mean, it's crazy. It sounds crazy, I know. So I'm just going to leave that like that. Let it dry. Wipe this off. And wipe this off.
But right now, they are about to say hello, I think. I know I sound nuts. I'm aware. My husband thinks I'm nuts, but he goes along with it. He's like, she's fun, but she's nuts. Yeah. He's the science guy. He's the skeptic. We've still seen every episode of Ancient Aliens, don't get me wrong, but he's the skeptic. So, so I'm going to get a little, need to use a different color. My camera, hold still, you. Hold on, let me get this. Glad you shaved in time for their arrival. Yeah, shave. Yeah. I can't wait to step into that healing booth, you know, like maybe they have a bed. You lay in like a tanning bed and they just heal us, right? I keep saying I'm Team Alien, go Team Alien. And I mean it, you guys. I do. I'm down. I'm ready. Are you ready? I think that's what we need. The intervention right now. I think they need to come say hello. And if they wanted to hurt us, they'd have hurt us by now. Just don't be afraid. The government is going to want you to be afraid when it happens. And don't be afraid, really. They're benevolent. Seriously, would we be here if they weren't? Okay, so I think I want to use like something. I know that's not curly. I got this and I haven't used it yet. And it's so beautiful, but that kind of makes it way too big. You see what I got here? I haven't even taken this one out of the package yet. My husband and I do watch the skies, though. For a skeptic, he does watch. Gosh, that's beautiful. But I wish it was. I could do this more. Look at the heart. Oh, so beautiful. And I don't think it works if I put it straight across. So not that one. Hold on. But wait, there's more. Because I'm going to do probably this and whatever other things I'm going to put on there. I want to build some more textures around it, and it's all going to look like tarnished brass in the end or bleed together somehow. So, I mean, I have a vision, kind of. I've been trying to just work aimlessly without vision because, right? I mean, that's the best way to do it, just intuitively. I know you work intuitively, don't you, Kylie?
I do. And it's sometimes something that's hard to explain, but it's just like you just let yourself be guided.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes by what's sitting on your work table, but often by just how you feel, and you know that something isn't right. But when you see something else, it is right.
Okay, so what if I did this, and then I found another one? Yeah, absolutely. Letting the items guide us. I think we end up with more beautiful things in the end. Let's see if this is the right shape and this will work because I'm kind of going opposite here. So.
Oh, Celia is asking, what is pigtails, same as ponytails? Yeah, I would say, from my understanding, pigtails is one either side of the head, whereas a ponytail is the top of the head.
You mean like on this? Okay, I see. I see what you're getting at. So does she go down a little bit lower, maybe? I think maybe so. I don't think she's centered. I think it needs another one of the round ones behind it. What do you think? Should we try it and see what it looks like? So we have that'll be our base to build on, basically be our base to build on, she said. That one's too big. I've got a smaller one somewhere here. Same size. Yeah, I said that. I did it. It was me.
Oh, Rhonda likes her lowered.
Yeah, I think lowered is the way to go. Oh, here's a smaller one. Okay. So I'm just, trying to find my base here. I also have one of those. I think that's, I have hearts. I have lots of hearts. All right, so we'll fiddle around with those and see what we got.
Let's just lob in a heart.
I love a heart. So, and these were pre-painted. I don't know where they came from. Something mom. Well, that's pretty anyway, isn't it?
Mm,
But I don't know. It's too thick. You see how thick it is? I
mm.
think that's, but I do have a jar of hearts. That's a song. I have a jar of hearts over there across the room. It's all wood hearts of different sizes. Okay, so heart beats fast, colors. I don't remember the words. How did I love? I have no idea what I'm singing. This is my song. So I run around the house doing this, guys. What? This is how I remember what I'm getting in the other room. On top of the head, we call the IQ palm. What? Oh, you mean like a pigtail? When you've got like a pom-pom on top of your head, the IQ palm? Is that what you're saying? I kind of got that. So I kind of like this. And then that gives me an opportunity to really dress that around her. So what do you think, guys? Is that it?
Yep.
Let her hang down. All right. So in the end, I'll either cover the back in felt because it's a necklace or something, so it's finished in the back. And I do that if I sell something, I will finish the back with felt. So when it hangs on a wall, like my assemblage pieces, anyway. All right. I think I like her the way she is. I'm going to probably take a dry brush and go over just a little bit with this. And I don't think I need to build too much more on her because she's perfect. She came out great right away. So this is real with chemicals. This is not real, but this is copper and that's brass color. But I think we did okay. This is a lot more corroded. It's actual corrosion though. So the other thing, let's see, how far above? I think I'm going to line this up right here. Okay, so I'm going to glue these things down because we'll add color after. And I'm not worried about these. Am I? Do I want to keep the gold? Can I do that and keep the gold until last? That's a good question. That way I can ink it or paint it or whatever as one piece. But I could cut some more of this off. Oof. Going crazy here. Getting a little wild. A little bit wild. Okay. Do you like that? You like that? Oh. Yeah. What do you think? Okay, we'll see how we like the color afterwards. But so I'm going to set these off to the side. I'm not going to glue those on yet. I'm going to glue this piece on with some of my, it's on my desk, so might as well use it. My soft gel matte medium here. And I'm just going to use a palette knife, my dirty paper towel. So I know I'm covering the bottom portion like that. It doesn't stick up much. So I'm going to leave that glue out. Make sure that's even. Leave the glue out. Ooh, that was fun. And I'm going to start gluing some other things on here. Or I'm thinking, sorry. Gosh, I'm so torn between ink and paint right now. You know how I love my paint. How about I use up this paint sitting here on the mat, and we'll go from there. Just while I'm thinking about it. I mean, I can cover it if I feel like it after. This is paint that Anne sent me a long time ago. It was on sale, and she sent us all some. All of us, some of us creators.
Julie's back.
Hey, Julie, we're here. Just making up my mind because I'm working intuitively, just whatever feels right at this point. This won't be solid turquoise. Don't worry, guys. It's a bit colorful still.
And Julie says, hey, hey, Sharon, I can see your t-shirt.
Oh, my Beetlejuice? Yeah. Oh, it is moving, isn't it? There, we'll try that. Okay. Sorry it's crooked, guys. I don't know why it just feels a little loose today. Need to tighten it or something. Okay. We'll stop there. And we know that's going to get covered, but whatever. And it's in the middle. All right. Kind of missed a spot there, didn't I? That's okay. I'll let that dry for a minute. Now I'm going to pull out some other bits that I know that I want, because I think that's the next logical step. So I know where it's going and the color, and, you know, if I want to paint that gold. Or I've been wanting to use one of these. I need to find something to go around her head. Not sure what yet. Maybe I'll use some of those dangly spikes. I've got a bunch of them. So where are they? They're here on my desk somewhere. Dangly spikes, where are you? There's the feathers. I just really have a lot of jewelry on my desk right now, guys. A lot. Too much. I mean, it's mostly organized, but I have a lot of it. In trays and containers and, you know. Where is it? I know that it's right here. Oh, right there. It's on the wrong side. Some of the screens at the registers at work are loose and flop down. You know, I feel like it's this piece, and I don't want to make you guys dizzy and fuss with it a whole bunch. That's the thing. It's the ball on it that's for some reason loose, and I'm trying to get it to stay. I know it's crooked. That'll drive some people nuts. I know. I have an idea. Close your eyes for a second. I'm just going to move this, like the ball thing where it goes to the side. Oh, don't unscrew it, screw it, right? Okay. And it gets tight. There we go. Maybe that'll do it. There, you can open your eyes now. There's just so many things to tighten and loosen there. Okay, so I have to decide how many of these, and we don't want to stab a victim here. If someone should buy this, I don't want them to feel assaulted by this jewelry. So we need to figure out if those are just too long. I mean, if you put your head down to look at your phone, are you going to get stabbed? That's the question. Yeah, they're too long, aren't they? No, they're turquoise. I'm okay with that. So another thought here would be one of these other things that I have. I guess we'd add flowers. We've got these pearly ones. But we could do that after. So maybe we go like this. Let's get this out. I think I found it. Look here. Look here.
So Rhonda and Julie are saying Craftalanche, and I don't know if that was because of the noise I made when my microphone just got caught in my foot and fell off my desk.
I just discovered something. Did you have a Craftalanche?
Well, there was no crafting, it was just Technolanche.
Oh,
I moved my foot, it caught the cable of my microphone, and it
uh-oh.
went tumbling.
Look at that, guys. I didn't even need the circle. It made it too thick. That's the piece. That's the one we want. I need to straighten it. There we go. Look at that. And I left it white behind. That's fine. That'll get painted. Probably with metallic as we go along. I was kind of thinking maybe I would find one of these that was big enough, but, you know, that was the thought, at least. Now, I think we should add a few of these little gears. So a couple of little small ones, and we have to do things in odd numbers. So
Rhonda says your item needs a wear at your own risk tag.
everything I make needs that, right? Yeah, this Windows only. Do not wear. That one's too close to that one. Yeah, that would be fun. I have some teeny tiny ones here. And let's see. I just want some smaller ones that I can kind of start building, and then I'll add other things to the top, but I don't want them to be all the same. There's some smaller. I think that one's too
Julie
big.
says she loves your ability to make all things look like metal.
Oh, thank you. I do love me some metal. You know, that's, I just found a really cool charm. I'm going to put it in with the others that are cool over here. Yeah, metal's just my thing, you know. I can't help it. That's what I love. There's so many clocks in here I missed. There's a Salvador Dali clock. Oh my gosh, they're all over the bottom. Goodness, there's a little alarm clock that's so cute. Okay, well, clearly I missed that corner. And there's one more. Because I put these in another container. Oh, there's a clock hands. That's kind of cool, huh? Because it's both of them. They're always at like 10:10 or quarter after 10. I don't know what that is. I noticed that when I was playing with these the other day. You noticed it first and pointed it out, Kylie. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I think it's just to get a kind of balance on them.
It is kind of weird though that they do that.
Mm.
So it seems almost symbolic, doesn't it?
Mm.
So let's see. I just want them to kind of poke around in the background after I start adding more stuff. So kind of thinking like tiny one. Another little tiny one. I don't want it necessarily to be even. I'm kind of going with a shape here, but I don't want them to be the same. So I've got 3 on each side. It's a decision. Nope, that's the same as that one. Can't have that. Oh, that doesn't go in there. Needs to be different. It has to be different. Just as a rule. That's like that one. That's too big. Kind of see where I'm going here with this, guys. Some balance. That's what I'm looking for right now. I want a bigger one on this side because this one almost touches the hole. So I need this one to be kind of, to go up the same. And then we'll be adding some other things to the top of that. So I just have to remember where they're at. I'm going to use some of this glue again. Actually, let's go with the glossy accents because it does a pretty good job and it dries faster than you think it's going to. So I guess I'm not doing these because I did that. I changed everything. We're working intuitively and that can happen. What happens when you don't have a plan. I always like it better. I sit giggling at my desk. You guys know about the maniacal giggling that I talk about. I can't help it. That's when I start to really like something and I'm like, this is so cool. You know? That's when I know that I'm in the zone. You got to get past that hump.
Oh, Lexi says they chose that time for watch ads because they actually found that it increases sales. I think it's about the balance of it. Yeah.
Really? That's so weird. That is weird. That it increases sales even? That's crazy. Okay, I feel like it's crooked. There we go. That's amazing, actually. I don't know why that time would increase sales, but maybe it, you know, it's almost lunchtime or time to go to bed, or I mean, why that time? She keeps turning on me. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of this on here. Now I can go back over this with my brush, but I'm probably gonna pound some texture into this anyway. Honestly.
And Julie says that she suspects that making things look like peeled paint or old wall effect could become her thing.
I love that look too. Yeah. That is a good look.
Yep.
I love this one. Let me ruin it. And this one has little hearts on the inside. Like that. Okay. So we've got it kind of hanging off this side up here and kind of hanging off right here. It's kind of fun. Kind of giving it more balance. She cannot be glued on with that clearly because she keeps popping off. So I'm going to grab this. I love this. I think it wouldn't take much for her to be done at this stage, honestly. If it was a necklace and I wanted to stop right there, I probably could. Come on. Okay, I don't need it on the bottom. Only need it here, and I need it thicker. It's kind of concave. There. There it's grabbing. Move it up a little higher. Come on, girl. She's made out of resin, not clay, so she's really smooth on the bottom. The ones that are clay grab quicker. It's crooked again. Maybe a hot glue gun. Try not to break that out, but sometimes you need hot glue to hold things in place while they're drying. I just don't want her to be crooked. And the more I mess with it. Okay, so now I want to take a little bit of, is that straight, you guys? I'm going to take a little bit of other paint and go over it and kind of blend things together. But I'm going to do the iridescent bronze first. And I'll use a clean, well, no, there's glue on there, so I need to squirt some out. Usually I like to use the inside of the lid if I can, on these kind that have this lid, but I don't want to mix that glue in with my paint because it's wet. And I don't care if it's a little gloppy right now. I'm gonna grab a dry, it's a stiff brush. This glue or this paint dries really fast also. I think that's my mailman.
Your mailman barks?
Yeah, my mailman, no, that's my dog. Barking at the mailman.
That sounds better.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know you guys could hear my dog too. Woof. Look at that. That's just one layer. Got to get past the ugly stage, right? All right. So while I have this paint here, actually, we wanted to kind of add some to her to bring that detail back out. There. I need you to hold still. Can you do that, girl? Please hold still. Wear at your own risk. That's what it should say. Okay. This paint, I've got this sitting here on my desk. So I'm going to go ahead and finger paint right now because I put the brush in the water mostly. This has been waiting to get finished. I kind of did a rusty sort of texture right there. And that needs a glossy finish when I'm done. It's just one that I've been randomly working on at my desk, you know, here and there. And then I also have this that needed fixed. I kind of need the brush for that one because it's sitting here. We're just waiting just to kind of grab a hold of that glue real quick. And while I'm at it, yeah, I was trying to use up the paint, guys. Here I am, getting more. We need to pick out some charms now that are going to be on that, some other things to glue on. So we're going to do some digging. Does that sound fun? I think digging is the best part. Like that planning stage where you're gathering all that stuff together. So I'm on the fence about her. I haven't used her yet. This is a resin version, but she's hard to see. And she's another one where I need to get in and get a pin on that nose when I put the stuff in.
Oh, I see her better now. So she's a kind of side-on version.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's a lot bigger than I thought she was going to be when I ordered the mold. I never look at the measurements. That's just not me. So yeah. And now I have more paint. This is just, this is resin. I made him a long time ago. And I just put gold in the mold. So they come out kind of transparent if it's not good. This one is a really good pigment. It's an antique. And look how good that one comes out. And that was in the mold. All right, no waste, right? No waste. Okay, let's pick out some stuff.
So Sharon, does
Yes.
acrylic stick to resin okay when you're doing these?
It does, actually. It's
Yeah.
surprising that it does, but it does. Alcohol ink, acrylic paint, all of those things will work. Anything that's water soluble has a harder time, but even the Nuvo mousse, which is water soluble, works on metal,
Good.
which is surprising. So I'm just looking for some little bits of this and that to add, little curly bits maybe. I've got these things, but they have the eye, so I'm not sure if I want to use those or not. There's 2 of them. Gonna try to do some even stuff, you know. I've got these little metal butterflies and I've got way too many of them. So I could do 2 of those. Kind of even in an odd way, I guess it is. Let me get more butterflies out here. Where are my butterflies? I just saw them. Okay, I accidentally ordered 2 packs of these, and they're all exactly the same. And they're bendable. So it looks like they're all going to this one side where the one wing is smaller, like they're in flight, but you can bend them the other way easily. All right. So I think I'm just pulling random things out here, just as a thought. Just jars of crap on my desk that I need to organize so badly. Now, if I wanted it to be a long necklace, look at that. That's kind of cool. I think we're going to dig through my treasure chests because I'll have more. There's a teeny gear. Teeny tiny one. That's the sound it makes. You know, I'm just acting as if you guys aren't here, apparently. This is the sound effects I make at my desk. Yes, it is. I'm taking these out because I'm going to put them in with the other. Oh, I got a bunch of these. Well, that might be too big. Yeah, I'm just going to put these all together. I do have some copper washers. I don't know why these are in here. I'm not really sure. I was doing a project, I'm sure, and started like pulling things out, and just like I am right now, this is how it happens. I do have a bag full of these stars that are cool. That's a nice shape to add. We're going to add more of the tarnish to this too. And if I wanted it to make it long, I really could add that, but we'll see. We're going to put most of these away. These go in with my copper washers right here, and my little rusty nuts go in here. So
saying nothing.
I am 4. That is where my rusty nuts live. I really do need to organize these back out because I've got butterflies and all kinds of crazy stuff. Ooh, I could, these, I got a little pack of these and they have these on them, but I can take my pliers and cut those off if I want to add some of those. There's another butterfly. Maybe I don't need to get into the jewelry. There is a lot of stuff here. There's another star. I've got a little bird I could add. So it's going to look like, you know, you have to get up and look at it to see all the little things in there. That's always my desire when I create a project like this with all the layers in an assemblage style. It's so that you want to lean in and find. It's like a seek and find for adults. That does not go. None of this goes in here, but I mean, that does not go in here. There's a feather I could put opposite the bird, technically, for balance. Okay, let's see. Everybody uses keys. I'm going to try not to add a key this time. How's that? Got a bit of chain there. All right. This is the last one of these, I swear. I've got a box next. I probably have enough here to go. I do need some old things to add. and I'm not sure what. I love using seed beads in things like this because they offer, oh, a snap. They actually offer a texture that you don't realize is a seed bead when you're done. Okay, these are old things because this is all new stuff. I'm not that, you know. I need some old stuff in there too. So this is the stuff I'm choosing from. And I've got old stuff here. Is this boring, you guys? Watching me dig through my crap? Is it awful? That does not go in there. What are we doing? Where do I put it? Pearls might be our last step. Maybe that's my old. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I haven't done pearls in a while as a last step. So I will put these beads in here, put that lid back on, and I'll have to grab my jar of mixed pearls. So, oh goodness, you were supposed to hold. Let's see. So these you just flatten. Am I missing anything? Talking about sweaters. Okay. So I'll probably add the little butterflies last and maybe right here around her head in an even fashion or an uneven, you know, sort of way. One on each side somehow. And then for balance, because I have butterflies, I don't think I want to do the bird and the feather. The thought was to have a bird on one side and a feather on the other. And to cut, you can always cut off these little round bits. Bird is good, isn't it? Maybe I'll still have the bird. I usually choose one winged item. I usually don't mix it up. But, all right, let's see what we can balance out here. I've got an extra tiny little gear that could go somewhere here, maybe there. And let's see. Do I want to use star? No, I don't like the star. I don't like the star because it's so skinny. So there's a snap. There's something old, you know, something old, something new. Snap with the feather. I'm going to cut these off and see if there's a place for this. Let me see. And I need to remember that I'm going to add seed beads. So it'll fill in all my gaps that I don't like. And I may or may not use this. Maybe it goes right here. Well, there's some danger. Danger. I think it does, actually. Unless it goes here because she doesn't have anything under her. That's a last thing because that'll be added to the back if I use this. So I'm not concerned about it right now. All right. So let's glue these little bits down. How's everybody doing in chat? Everybody good? Talking about sweaters.
Yep, a lot of jumper and sweater talk.
I never learned to crochet or knit because I already had too many things going on. You know, like I was already into too many things and I felt like it would definitely take me away. like when my kids were little, there was a time where I was cross stitching because I could do it while they were watching TV and, like watching movies in the evening or TV. And that was why. Oh, that looks pretty sharp. Okay.
I thought I might try and take up crochet this year.
What's
just
that?
to see whether, I thought I might try and take up crochet this year. I don't know. I just fancied trying it, but yeah, haven't got any.
But you still, yeah. You get what I'm saying then?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it would just make other things, because I would rather be in my encaustic studio with extra time, or my, because I don't get in there enough. I feel like I have to do laundry if I'm in there.
That can't be a good feeling.
No, it's not. No, not really. Well, I'm usually caught up with my laundry. Today I haven't started any, but that's the first thing I do in the morning, really. Okay. This one's harder. He's tougher. And the only other option, if you can't cut the ring off, you should, if you can't cut it off, you can cover it with something like a pearl or a seed bead or whatever. So breaking my own rules here with the winged items, but that's okay.
Yeah, Lexi says she took a visible mending class, but she recognises there are 100 other things that, people sometimes want to do. But yeah, I like the visible mending. I follow a few of them on Instagram, and I think, wow, that's amazing. But there again, I just go about the holes in my garden trousers and whatnot where I them. But I think, well, what the heck?
Yeah. I'm gonna put this away. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my seed beads while that has just a moment to kind of start setting up. And they're on the other side of the room. So Kylie, keep talking.
Keep talking. Gosh, talking rubbish. Yeah, I think the visible mending thing is a wonderful idea, because obviously it's about upcycling. It's about making sure that we don't just throw stuff into waste, and it's about doing it in a very artistic way, and that's what I like about it. But if you don't actually sew, then it's kind of difficult. But I tend to wear my clothes, I kind of recycle them. So it's not so much upcycling, it's downcycling. So something will go from an ordinary pair of trousers, let's say, to casual, to being for either in the art studio or in the garden. And then they'll get to the point where they are so worn through that it's almost embarrassing. But, hey, I like it. But yeah, I'd love to be able to do some fancy stitching on them. Yeah, Lexi, you keep wearing the holy clothes because someday you think I'll get to it. But yeah, and there's something very comfy about an old sweater or an old pair of jeans or whatever. It's like they become your best friend and you don't want to get rid of them.
I do have too many hot flashes to wear a sweater nowadays. I miss sweaters. I'm serious. I can't even wear a long sleeve shirt anymore. I'm at that stage in my life where I cannot. I went over to get my pearls, and this was sitting there in front of the pearls, and it's one of my favorites that I made a long time ago, and it's so simple, but this is appropriate for today. You don't have to be naked for it, though. You see that's a girl. Yeah. Spread joy. I'm really thirsty. I didn't even bring coffee up with me because I've been like, ah. Yeah, I keep trying to find a new shirt because I feel like I wear the same 3 and I have so many clothes. but they're the most comfortable. They're the lightest. I'll have a hot flash while I'm getting dressed and have to change 3 times. And I always end up back in those same clothes. It's terrible.
Yeah, Julie, sweater, jumper, pullover, all the same.
So I'm going to, I've got like jewelry, paint, I've got everything here. I'm going to at least fold this up one more and stick it here. Put something on the edge because it's just taking up so much room. And this was my gel medium. I'm probably going to use the other one, but I've got these pearls. So I'm going to continue to add paint and make this more cohesive and add the layers in that I need to. So you guys can, you know, talk amongst yourselves while I kind of get into my thing here.
So, talking of sweaters, jumpers, pullovers, so back in the day, we used to wear what I would call probably a sleeveless pullover, and we would call that a tank top. So, in other words, it was just like a pullover, a jumper, sweater, but no sleeves. And usually, although not always, it would be either a crew neck or a V-neck. But then I noticed in the US, possibly other places, they will refer to tank tops as being what we would call vest tops, so like t-shirt material, but sleeveless or whatever, just kind of strappy things. But they refer to them as tank tops. And I think, that's not a tank top. That's just a vest top. So, yeah.
That's funny.
Similar words, but not the same. So
I'm not worried about the glue. It's going to get covered, or I'll go in with my brush and kind of smooth it out. I've got some butterflies on there. I do want it to dry faster right now. That'd be nice. But I think that's all of the metallic goodies, except for this one that could get added at the end on the back, and maybe a star.
Oh yeah, Lexi, going somewhere. You're going somewhere when you're not in your pajamas, right? Yeah. So Sharon and I
yes.
play date the other night, and I was on again, and I said, "Oh my goodness," I said, "Sharon, you must think I never change my clothes because I've always got my pajamas on, and this kind of big jumper, as I would call it, on the top, and it's like." It's not always the same pajamas, it's sometimes different pajamas, but so often I am in my PJs.
When she said that, I was wearing the same thing. We had been when we were on last time visiting, and I said, oh my God, I had the same thought because I was wearing the same thing. It was pretty funny. I think that one's
and you know what? I'm sitting here in my pajamas with a jumper on tonight.
But, you know, we need to be comfortable in our art space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Add a few more of these. Because I want to kind of go over this with some other, you know, to make it look like this. I'm just adding a few more little things in here because the pearls won't come until completely after, you know, like, but I do want it to be a little different on each side.
And yeah, Huda, it's fun that we're international. We can all learn so much from each other, you know, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter that we call the same thing by a different name. You know, we can smile about that we call things differently. And that's
I love it. I think it's wonderful that we have friends across the globe. It makes me happy. You know, that's really special that we've been able to cultivate these relationships across the world. And boy, we need that right now. I mean, how else are we going to know what's really happening? Right? Okay. I think that does me.
And whatever happens to the world next, it seems we're all in our jammies tonight, so that's fine.
I'll be in my jammies when it happens, I'm sure. So that'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to turn my sound off and let you talk. And I'm going to actually, let me get a brush first and hit that up just a hair. I'm actually going to use the heat tool so I can continue because I'd like to continue, you know. Okay.
Go for it.
Another way you could have done this if you wanted to do something like this is to use a stencil and use some texture paste over your flat wood piece. Obviously, you don't have to go with all the metal, but I have it and I need to use it, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to turn the sound off. I shall mute.
Julie, I could never stand nighties. I don't know what it is about them. I could never stand nighties, but yeah. So, oh, Julie, 7:25 a.m. with you. So it's 8:25 p.m. with me. So what's the time with everyone else? So yeah, early morning with you, Julie, and evening time with me. So Huta noon for Sharon and I. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, that kind of time difference thing? Because Sharon pinged me tonight and said, do you want to come on? And I had literally just finished dinner and I thought, yeah, I will get on there and we can have a bit of fun, have a bit of chat, etc. So, yeah, oh gosh, Julie, yeah, you can't stand pajamas. They get all twisted around your middle. I find that with a lady. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I heard that. They do.
Yeah.
What's that?
You're back quickly.
So this is where we're at. Just to get those textures and those metals on there. And I'm going to have to put something behind her, but not until, you know, not until it's over, you know, and then I'll treat the back. And it could be, and I'll have to decide when I get done because I won't leave it like that if it's a piece of jewelry. That's inappropriate. So don't be inappropriate. Am I using that word appropriately? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm going to try with a brush and some of my waxes here. I've got the bronze paint, but these are already bronze, so I don't really need to do that. This one isn't. Maybe in a few spots. Maybe like, I mean, it can be gold too, but I want it to be such a variety of the same kind of family colors. Family of colors. Colors. You know what I mean. I'm going to use this. Let's see. I want sort of a stiffer, small brush. I've got a soft one and I've got a little stiff one here. Sure. There we go. So just going to get a little bit of that on there. Just butterfly. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. You remember that? I know I just sparked something in all of you. Rhonda remembers. Take a look. My bird's not showing. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. Did you guys have reading rainbow over there, Kylie?
Nope, not something I recognize.
It was an after-school thing on PBS, which is our public broadcasting, and it was the guy that wore the bandana over his eye, the banana comb over his eyes on Star Trek. He wore something over his eyes. I don't remember, and I don't remember what his name was in that either. But it was him reading books to kids on PBS.
All right.
Which was really cool.
We had a thing called Jackanory, which maybe sounds a bit similar, and it was on around what would be called tea time, so maybe 5 p.m. here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like
around
after
the
school
time
thing.
kids, so after school,
Yeah.
kids would be getting ready to sit down and eat. And yeah, Jack and Ori. And it was a kind of, I don't know, it was maybe only on for, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. And it was this chap reading a story, but I think they had different guests reading the stories.
I had to go to my finger. I must use my finger. It's a thing. It's the wax itself, It's like it needs to. I'm just not sure about this wax. It's the art alchemy that's supposed to be used like this, but I can create truer, better colors with paint or with the Nuvo Mousse. I just don't think this mint green is quite the bee's knees. And it's very shiny.
Oh, Eddie's back. His Wi-Fi went down.
Hey Eddie, are you having trouble?
And Rhonda's saying, can you show it close up when you're done?
Yes, I can. This is just one layer. We're going at it. Let me make sure it's not blurry. There we go. And I'm just going to go layer by layer. Now I'm going to add in a lighter color, and I kind of feel like this is a good shade. However, it's not. It's a water soluble medium, not really a wax, and it should be that. This is like a lastly thing. So I think what I'm going to do is take a teeny tiny bit of this and some white. Tiny little bit over here. Am I too far away? Is the camera too far away, Kylie?
No, it's fine. You can go in closer later.
I'm going to use a bit of the parchment.
I was just sitting here thinking, it's Friday night here. It's kind of Friday lunchtime-ish with you.
Yeah.
And it must be Saturday for Julie.
Yep.
That's weird.
In Australia.
Yep.
Okay, so.
Oh, we have Caroline here.
Caroline, hi.
Sorry, Carolyn.
We're going layer by layer here. So.
Yep.
Wax on, wax off.
Yes, Saturday with Julie.
Oh, so it needs to get down into all those little crevices, really. And I can take a soft brush and bring it back out. But I'll go back over that because I don't like the amount of whatever on her face there. I mean, generally you want your tarnish to be, if you look at this is actually tarnished. It's a chemical, it's a paint and a chemical. And it tarnishes on its own. You leave it overnight. So we look at that. The tarnish ends up in all the little creases first. So that's what I'm just adding those layers in to get it on the creases. And now I'm back to my finger again. Boy, I tell you, it's the best tool we have, guys, isn't it? Is it just me or? So it is actually helpful to paint this color first if you don't want to go layer by layer. I just find so much joy in doing the layers and getting it the way I can envision it. Like how corroded do I want it? Do I keep going? Do I wipe some off? Do I add another layer? There's a certain amount of joy that's really near to meditation when you're doing this, if you're not blabbing like me.
Yes, so Carolyn pointed out LeVar Burton played Geordie in
Yes, that's it.
Star Trek Next Generation. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it's Geordie.
Geordie LaForge, I think.
Didn't he wear something on his eyes, like a banana comb? Not like Data, but there was another one that wore something on their
He
eyes.
did. He wore a kind of, it looked like almost a kind of scanner type thing, I think.
It was banana comb, I thought.
Yeah.
Like that we
What's
wore on
that?
our hair. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, I think it was some sort of kind of silver thing that went across his eyes.
Yeah.
I remember now
Okay.
who yeah.
Thanks, Carolyn. Yes, he did. It was a banana comb, right, guys? You remember those that you put your hair up with? Okay, so I'm going to get a couple different colors now of the metallic. So I've got the bronze, and I've got this copper that goes really well. Let me find it. Hopefully it's not dried up. These all need my attention. That's why they're on my desk. I did give them some water the other day, though. But I think we're getting closer to the end. So this color is darker, so it will show up. But sometimes it gets a little muddy with the colors that are there if you don't let it dry a little longer. But part of the goal is to do it in layers so you can wipe some off, you know. Oh, she's pretty. She's so pretty. I love her. So I think this is where I kind of need a stiff brush. Keep getting brushes out, and then I have so many wet ones over here just to get down into these little areas. And try not to wipe so I'm not getting mud. I know, and you're like, but those were that color to begin with, but it's just part of the process. It's meditative, right? Oh, that looks really good right there. See this right here? Look how good that looks. It looks like corrosion. It's starting to get there. One little layer at a time. And it shouldn't be even, ever, corrosion. Corrosion does what it does, and it's not even. So I don't want it to have that look for sure.
Oh, bye, Evie.
Bye, Eddie. I'm glad that you got to come and hang out with us. Sorry you have to go. Okay. Stop that there. Now it's time to get out a little more of the bronze. So the colors I'm using are these, basically, for right now. I may reach for another one. I don't know. But I think these are good to go on. Just one little drop there. I really would rather finger paint, honestly, guys. I need to finger paint. I'm doing it. Your finger is the best tool to get along edges of things. Did you know that? If you're trying to get the edge of something, well, right now it's behind, but like around a card or your finger is a really good tool for that. Furniture, I'll finger paint furniture, sure. Getting on the edge of stuff, you know. I want the whole thing to look like tarnished copper with pearls in the end.
Oh, Julie says she's running out of that Amsterdam colour that you're using, and she'll hate it if she doesn't have any.
The turquoise?
Yeah.
Amsterdam is not as expensive as it used to be. I feel like it's cheaper now. So there's another thing that happens with this kind of corrosion. It's very chalky, and it looks like there's a kind of a stippled texture in it. And I think that's why that looks so good there. And there's some other parts that are having that texture over here. I'm going to try to bring some of this green back in here and see. I just don't like that green. That's what it is. I don't like it. Just touching these things, bringing out texture a little bit. And this is very fun, this part. And I don't recommend skipping it. Just layer by layer. I'm just using what's on the paper there, by the way.
And that's part of the joy of it too, is just using up the little dabs of paint that you have off to the side.
Yeah.
And making them count, really.
Yeah. And, you know, it's that I'm starting to build up a little bit of texture on that creates that texture that you see here. And I want it to stay sort of chalky. The bronze and the copper should be shiny, but the rest of it needs to be chalky. So don't use satin paint or a, you know, except for your metallics. But for your patina, use flat colors. So there, see how it's chalky around the edges right there? That makes it look real. And then I feel like I can't get in here with my finger. So, or here. But that part would probably be completely corroded because, okay, I think it's about time to add our pearls. And then if I need to add more, I can. Look at this. Look at this ridiculousness. I just keep grabbing. Oh, I need another dry brush. Need a dry brush. Oh, my brush isn't dry. I need to clean these out. Okay, so we're going to get pearls next. While I clean these, we're going to let that dry for just a moment. I'll let Kylie chat with you also because I'm going to grab the heat tool, okay?
Okay. So how do you all clean your paintbrushes? At the moment, I have a kind of jar with what we would call fairy liquid, washing up liquid, with about half an inch sitting in the bottom, and every time I use a brush, I'm just sticking it in there. So how do you clean your brushes? Put a comment in now. I mean, I have to say, half the time I don't do that. I just actually leave them until they go brick hard. But I do find that the fairy liquid helps soften them and cleans them. And yeah, Lexi, she's going to spend the whole afternoon, or the whole dang afternoon, cleaning brushes. That's the way it is, isn't it? Sometimes it's so satisfying when you actually take quite a number of brushes and actually clean them. I have a fine combed tooth, just a normal comb for your hair. It wouldn't go through my hair because it's too thick. And I use that to actually brush through my brushes. And it seems to work. So when they've been thick with paint, dried on paint, it seems to work really well.
So that's pretty dry.
So Rhonda, you just rinse them in soapy water. Yeah, that's good if you can do it kind of right off. Julie, you let them sit in water till you're finished, and then dishwashing liquid and warm water.
Murphy's
others
oil
Utah rinse in dish liquid. Yeah, the dish liquid seems to work as much as well as anything. I mean, I've bought the expensive art stuff for washing brushes in, but really the washing up liquid works as well as anything.
All of these are antique and some of them are real. That's the hard part. I like these the color of these ones always. I use a lot of these ones.
That's a good tip, Lexi, putting it into the fridge. Yeah, I never thought about that.
Putting what in the fridge?
So we're talking. I was asking folks how they clean their paintbrushes.
Oh yeah,
you've got a few sitting to the side there, and I'm bad. Sometimes I leave them lying on my desk, my work table, and then they go brick hard. But just now, I've got a jar that's got about half an inch of Fairy Liquid dishwashing soap, and I just stick them into there, and it seems to work quite well.
Murphy's oil soap is really good.
Watercolor brushes I always wash right off, but for some reason my acrylic brushes I just don't do that.
So I might use a couple pearls at the top where so I'm pulling out some of these champagne colored pearls that I like so much. They're not actually champagne. They're more like, these ones are more champagne. They're more like, I would say, they've got a brown. They've got a kind of a taupe look to them. I really like them though. They're my favorites. These and the gold ones. Yeah, so if my brushes get really bad, which sometimes I think, oh, I'm going to go back upstairs, so I'll not take my brushes down with me. Like I try to take the jar down with me often. I'm trying to grab out the little ends here. But if I don't come back upstairs and grab that jar and it sits on my desk for 2 weeks, usually it's fine because they've been sitting in water, but it's not something I really like to do. However, some of my brushes I've had for 20 years, and I just now got some new ones to replace. Like my glue brush was my favorite paintbrush for the longest time. Really, the one you guys see me use all the time, that flat one with all the paint that's chipped off the handle, that was my favorite paintbrush to paint with, like paintings with. And I just stopped using it for that because the paint was peeling off. This one paint was peeling off. I've got another one just like it, and this is all cracked, and that's probably from leaving it in the water for so long. But I use these ones for paint now, or for glue now. Okay, so I'm going to use this little guy.
So Rhonda's asking, where's your tassel, Sharon? Is it with your Christmas stuff?
My tassel?
Mm-hmm.
What tassel?
She just says, where's your tassel, Sharon?
Oh.
Is it with your Christmas stuff?
One of these guys? You mean? One of these ones that I made? I've got one downstairs, but you mean like these tassels? These, I'm calling these, you know, my other ones are Art Room Angels, and these are Art Room Angel Minis.
No, she says the one she sent you. So.
Oh, it was on my Christmas tree. And I just packed up my Christmas tree because we got it up so late because of my shoulder surgery. And it was steampunk. It wasn't Christmassy. And that tassel went so perfectly on there. So yeah, it hung right in the front of the Christmas tree with my other favorite pieces. And I'm going to put pearls right here first. And it went so well. Thank you again. It was amazing. I know I took a picture. Do you guys remember seeing that? I don't know if this will pick this up, but I'm going to try. There we go. But will it let go? The thing about using pearls, got to make sure where your hole, you know where the holes are, because they'll look like beads if you see the hole. So I try to pick them up from the side, and then if I need to turn it, I do. Oh, it's already beautiful. Look at that. So I'm just going to go along and put this in some places where I would like to add some pearls. So I can see a larger one here and here, and put one here, maybe a little seed bead. Okay, so I'm going to work on this side. Probably shouldn't be leaving the glue open over here. Why are they stuck together? And a little one here. I'm just using the tiniest little pearls here. They're not seed beads. They're just small. And then I want a larger champagne-y one, maybe right here. Whoa, get off her head. And maybe another larger champagne one right here. Nope. Right here. Nope. I don't like it. It's too big. It's just too big. Right there. And right. Nope. I love working with pearls. When you adding pearls to corroded metal is kind of an opposite thing. And you guys know how I love an opposite. Love a good opposite. Because it's mixing something corroded with something so beautiful and perfect. Like a pearl. Yeah, I feel like that's too big.
So we have Elon QP coming in and saying hello.
Well, hello, Elon QP. Do we welcome? I'm glad you made it, and welcome here. We have a great group of friends here today that are going to be so welcoming, and this is a surprise live. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is my reminder to ask people if they haven't subscribed yet to go ahead and hit that, but hit the bell and subscribe, because I'm going to be doing some surprise lives like I did today in the future. So those are coming. We're arting our feelings. We're just getting it all out, you know. Right now we need the release of art, and that's what we're doing. I have this teeny, I wish I probably have more of these tiny ones here.
So Elon says your work is lovely.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm just like working intuitively with these things here today. And I certainly enjoy this kind of work. It goes with what I do. I'm just cleaning up my desk and grabbing things. Okay, so see that? I want to make sure any of the larger ones are closer to her head, and it gradually tapers off. That's why they're smaller as they go out. And I didn't put one there. Now, do I want to put some there? I wonder. I think it's good. I don't think it needs it there. But let's see how it looks with this. We'll mimic with this to see how it would look. I can't get it to lay down. Do we want that? I mean, it kind of covers the cool holes back there. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just leave it. Whoa, I just took one off with me. Okay. I'm going to put these back in the other jar. Okay, now I get to pick whatever. Oh, I had some pulled out for right here, didn't I? At the top. Let's grab those back out. And it was these ones. These champagne. Ooh, these ones are kind of a flat. Yeah, I can use those. And let's grab another one. And we'll make some little eye pins with these little, you know, to hang the charm from. Now you can make an eye pin out of a straight pin. Did you guys know that? Or not an eye pin, a head pin out of a straight pin. But what I need to do is make sure that I have a loop at the top and the bottom of each strand, each little piece. And so I'm going to use an eye pin over here. Hold on, let me grab it. Boy, that was like, words are hard. Words are so hard. Just a second. Make sure I grab the right one. Okay. I just happen to have, and these are actually, they have a head on them, but I'll put a loop on them. They're long. They're the right color. I've been taking that Mullen stuff that cleans out your lungs. Have you guys seen that? Oh, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. You're getting hungry. I have a half a granola bar sitting over here too. I did it too. So I'm gonna get my little things out here. I've got this and this, and I've got these ones here. I think I can move the paint palette behind me and get it out of my way. And I left this here in case I decided to use any of those, but I'll probably hang a charm off each side as well. That could be where these go. But let's create it first. You know what? I kind of like that idea. If I did 3 of them, and these are 3 different sizes, and hung them off and let them gradually get smaller, like this. That's kind of cool. Or this way. I think I like the gradually getting smaller thing. So it goes the other way then. No. I don't want to have to get another one out. Thank you anyway. Look at my fingers. Who'd have thought, huh? Paint and pearls and charms. It all goes together. I promise. This is like ultimate mixed media. Intuitive mixed media. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm not a pro at this. So, I mean, I usually have to fiddle with it for quite a bit before I like my end result. But I do have this handy thing here. And usually you have to... Okay. Just going to take this and grab that wire there and wrap it around and then cut it. And I like it to be a little bit messy and imperfect, the wire, because it shows that it's handmade and not purchased, which is a bonus. They drink the tea. Oh, yep. So the Mullen I have comes in a dropper. I thought you were talking about somebody drinking the Kool-Aid there. It comes in a dropper, and I'm adding it to my water in the morning. So it actually has been making me cough, which is a good thing because I've been a smoker all my life. And we'll see if it works. I'm starting to notice it. So there's one little dangly to hang from there, and it'll probably get a little length of chain so it hangs correctly. And then let's do the other one. So we did the smallest one. Yeah, you thought Kool-Aid too. Yeah, like, what are they talking about now? But you know. Yeah, well, my grandma had emphysema and I really don't want to, so that's the thing. Okay, and then I've got this thing, and I went on the center one. You know, I could use this for the whole thing, but I don't. I'm just more comfortable with this. I just use it to shape it. And this is the hard part, really. It's easier if you put your pliers in there so it doesn't spin around, actually. But getting it flat against it, I feel like is nearly impossible. Okay, so this and this, then I have to decide, am I going to use something else to hang from that? But do I really want it to hang down that far? So I think I'm just going to put a little length of chain on there. Just a little bit. And grab some chain over here. And I have, that's probably 2 gold. I have this one, that color. I could always make it out of jump rings too. Let's see. I'm looking for my chain. I have this stuff, which is pretty cool, but it's very bright next to that, so maybe not. I have a whole bunch of chain over here next to me, like broken tangled necklaces and weird pieces. Ooh, ooh. Okay. I really like this one. Let's work with that. Let's do that. Okay, so we've got our pearl. Maybe what we need is another one of these, and I can just tap a little color on it later when I'm done. Or I can wipe it on with my fingers right now, but not get like too detailed about it. I also have these. I also have that, but we already have our pearls, so. I do think we need a pearl to go at the top with our chain, and that's probably our chain for the top right there. I'm going to have to put a closure on it, so I'll have to decide the length. And I want it to hang right about, if this is a necklace, I want it to hang like a collar, like up high. So I'm just thinking, I'm going to use a tiny bit of this one. Where's my ring? I need my jump ring right there on my painted finger. And this. And we'll be quitting soon because I know that I started at 11 and it is 1 now. But I think we're almost done with this, and I can't believe how quickly it's come together. So I'm going to try to get this finished real quick here. What I'm going to do is just take a couple links off that, and it'll dangle just a little bit right there. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. And I wonder if they have a split somewhere. Sometimes you can't see it, and sometimes it's solid and you have to cut it, but I see a split here. So let's see if I can get it in my little handy tool on my finger here. I can't believe usually something like this would have taken me longer. I think. I feel like it should have taken me longer. So that's 4 links. And I want 4 links over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I guess it's all old hat at this point because I've made so many things with this sort of this patina that I knew exactly what I was going for. And in the past, I probably, like if the camera wasn't rolling, I probably would have added a little embossing powder to it for some texture. But I mean, it has come together, and I still may go in with a little embossing powder just in some of the little holes. So it's more corroded, and then just a finger of paint, Okay.
Yes, ring. Julie, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm blabbering on.
No, you're fine. I was just engrossed watching you.
Okay. I need the copper ones, and I keep pulling up silver ones. Of course I do. Okay, copper. There we go. I'm going to need several of those. So they're bronze or brass or whatever. There. I like that size. Okay, so you take your ring. If you're on TikTok, I have a little video because I've got clips from a live stream that I just randomly did the other day, doing this and showing this with the ring. Okay, and then back till it clicks. And there I have it. Beautiful. And I want to make sure that that's lined up. Okay, don't want anything coming undone, right? No siree. Okay, Gonna take that and open it. I need to get these on before I lose these pearls. Go through my hoop and back through and close it. Sometimes it doesn't close completely. Look at these fingers. Not meant for jewelry, probably. If I had a sink upstairs. Every time I go out, I risk letting my cat back in. And the last thing you want is her sitting in the middle of my desk right now while I'm trying to finish this quickly. Because that's what she does. That is how she rolls. Oh, I don't know if this jump ring is big enough to put. Well, let's find out. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so I've got that on there. And because the wood is in my way, I'm just going to grab another set of pliers here. I happen to have another one of these ones here. Close it. Just as long as it has enough room to move, it's fine. There we go. Look at that. I love the way the moon looks with things hanging from it. It would have been cool to have something hanging from her too, but you know, we're not trying to go overboard here. This is already overboard enough, isn't it? This is good enough for crazy. I mean, if somebody would wear it, that's another thing. Or if they're just going to hang it on their wall, you know. But if they want to wear it, they can. It's ready. I'll make sure that it's nice and sealed. I'll use something on it to do that. Come on. Come on. You're the same size. You must work. Of course, this is the hole that was on. Darn it. Don't touch it. Let it do its thing. Oh, it's bent. That's why. Such fiddly work. You know, I could be crocheting, I guess. I might as well. Okay, I'm gonna put that over the top. Okay, and grab this. Close her up. Boy, it did get bent, didn't it? As long as it moves still. Okay. Well, isn't that cool? And I'm losing some of these. I can't keep doing that. Where did it go with this one? The other ones are fine. It's this one. I could use a different kind of glue, but this really is the best stuff for this. And I'll want to seal it with something matte to keep the tarnish matte. You know, like when I go to seal it, I don't want the bronze matte. I need the tarnish to stay matte, you know. Somehow it can be done. Okay, so now I'm going to measure this on my own neck. Let's see. I'm going to hold this up. See if this is long enough. After I add, oh, wrong necklace. I'm wearing one. After I add bits to this, just kind of giving it a random measure here. It's not quite long enough, but that's okay because it's going to get some pieces added to it. So if I cut this in half, let's go right there. Nearly done. We're nearly done. I am going to make one pearl pin for this, a link also. So that'll make it a little bit longer. I'm going to cut the head off of one of these, I guess. So quickly, I can take some of these and get them ready on here on the end. And then I probably have a fastener so I don't have to go into my little box across the room and get one. So I'm going to line that up with the split. It's pretty easy to, if you buy chain, it's pretty easy to make a necklace if you have this little ring. Okay, I mean, it's easy to make a chain for a charm or whatever. I don't mean a necklace like this. All right, now, I know I just saw a few of them, so no. There's probably one on here. I want the lobster claw kind, or I can just use one of these. These are really cool, but they're gold, what I have. So this is, it's like an S hook. Let me show you. And you just kind of open one side, and that's where you clip it in. But think about how great these would be with your existing jewelry. Because you can, okay, I have to open that side too to get it in. You could add a link if your necklace is not long enough, or if you want to change it. I mean, it would happen pretty simply. You just take your cutters down and give it a nip, and that's it. Bend that back in and leave the one side open. Now I'm going to put one on here. Just the ring. Yeah, I've got some scones downstairs I haven't eaten yet. I decided, it was like last minute. Hey, I'm going to go live. This was all not planned. So anybody that's new or watching on replay, I'm live the first and third Sunday or Saturday of each month. Sunday, what's that? At noon Pacific time. And it's a lot of fun. Never know what we'll be doing. See that? It's nice. Never know. You just never know. That also adds a little bit of length, but I'm going to take 2 of these. I'm just going to make the tiniest little attachment to this. And I'm going to cut the head off of that. We are almost there. And now I have a new mess on my desk to clean up. Isn't that correct? That had something weird on the end of it. Okay. So you could also use wire, but these are a little stronger than the wire I have. That's why I chose to do it that way. So, oh gosh, he really worked hard on me yesterday. Like, he made me do a lot of crazy stuff and new movements with this shoulder. I'm going to use some of these ones again. And I think I just want one, or maybe a bigger version of that. What do you think? The bigger one or the smaller one, guys? I mean, are we going for the gold here? Just making it bigger? There's that one. I feel like these are different. Come on, my hands are so
Rhonda
big.
says smaller.
So the smaller ones, you're thinking?
Rhonda says smaller.
Pretty good with that? Are these the same size? Yeah. Well, no, they're not. Boy, I'm batting. I dump it out because they go deeper and deeper if I try to reach in. Okay. So those are the same. Are they? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Rhonda says she likes the dainty, but you do you. And Julie says she doesn't know which one to go for.
Okay.
LOL.
Julie the undecided. Yeah, I mean, either one looks good.
Smaller.
So, yeah. Okay, so I want to take that. I'll go ahead and put that on there right now. And these ones I think are real. They feel like real pearls. And it's my mom and I used to buy a lot of broken jewelry, and that's how that happened. So I want to trying to wrap it, but it doesn't always work like that. As long as it's closed, and then I can cut that off, I guess. Come on. Thank you. All right. That was a lot of fiddling around. Now I'm gonna go ahead and trim this one ahead of time. I'm just gonna guess, but I know it doesn't need to be that long. And this one is, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this one because I'm messing with it so much. They're easy to trim, but they are a lot more, a lot stiffer than the wire that I happen to have. Boy, that's messy now because I messed with it for so long. That's okay. It shouldn't be this hard, by the way. This is not normal. Oh. It just needs to be closed. There we go. See, this side looks great. This side does not, but that's okay. It's a homemade thing. It needs to look that way, right? I'm going to go ahead and make that loop ahead of time this time.
Yeah, Julie says she's never seen broken jewellery packs in their shops. And Rhonda says one of the local thrift shops has jewellery on sale every Thursday, and she just takes them apart. And I think that's the thing. You don't always find them in bits, but you can, you know, if they're cheap enough and whatever, just buy them and take them apart.
Yeah, especially because jewelry isn't what it used to be. It's mass produced now. You can get it and it's so cheap. You can get it new. I mean, it used to be hard to find all those costume pieces, but now they are so readily available and everywhere. It's crazy. Just need to make sure it's closed. Okay. That one looks better. And it almost has the same thing going on. My first loop is never as good. Can't find the end. Okay. Making sure it's closed. Okay. So I think I'm going to put the messy one. They do look the same. Look at that. The messy one at the bottom. And I'm going to go from this ring here, I think. Same spot, you know, it's using the same hole. It's going to look like an extension of the same chain. In fact, I just realized it's crossed over there. Okay. So I'm going to put that right on there with a jump ring, and I need to get more of the copper ones out again, or the bronze. There seems to be more of those. I was trying to find gold ones in this set, and there wasn't very many. And I need the magnet. Come on, magnet. Okay, I'm going to use my little ring again. We're almost done, guys. Oh, no, it's almost time. I have an appointment coming up. PDQ. Myself. At 2 o'clock.
So you're now almost 20 past the hour?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't checked in for my appointment yet either. So, okay. So I'm going to put that there like that. This one. Lining up with the little. It is easy to use these rings. And they just make it go so much faster. I need a jump ring maker, and I don't. That tool is something it's just not the same. They actually have a thing you put your wire in, and it makes the rings or the ends like that, I believe. Come on. I don't want to strip the paint. I just want to close you up. Thank you. It didn't click. I'm fighting with the wood. Don't you dare. Eddie's gone, right? I can hear it. Asking where the nert is. Okay, so that'll go there. That goes away. Now all I have to do is attach this to this. So I need 2 more. And I think our necklace is darn near done because it just needs the back finished. And I need to figure out if I'm going to put something under her, but that's an afterthought because I can't figure out exactly what it is. That's why I haven't done it. And sometimes you have to walk away to know how to proceed. And that's, in this case, this is probably the quickest thing I've ever made, but it's not quite finished. And so it doesn't get the completed stamp until I'm done with that. I'm having a harder time finding these now. They're in there, just can't find them.
Yeah, Rhonda's saying, don't rush it, Sharon. You can show us next time too. So,
well, I mean, I feel like it's almost done. So I'm going to just put this ring on and be calling it good for today. And then I have a new mess on my desk. Truth, right? Come on, get on there. Until it clicks. Okay, there's one side. Look at that. See, this looks like an extension of that, the way that lays. Because they're all coming from the same jump ring. And please, there we go. And we have a necklace.
woohoo!
Look at that. Okay,
Wonderful.
I'm going to bring the camera down
Yeah.
and let you guys see it closer before I close out while I'm talking. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. I know it was a nice surprise and it was not planned. Please make sure and hit the bell so you know when we have another nice surprise another day. I'm going to get closer. And I'm probably going to turn my light up or not let it. There we go. How's that?
Yep. Rhonda says,
Yeah.
"Woot," and Lexi says, beautiful. Julie says, beautiful. Rhonda says, amazing work in one stream.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Says,
kind of
"Yeah,
amazed in one
lovely."
stream.
Yeah.
I lost my pearl again there. I need to let all these little places harden before I mess with it anymore. I might go back in with just a little something on my finger. I see a spot here. I mean, there's just some little tweaks that I might make. And another thing you can do is put a little paint on your fingers and go over the chain. So if I wanted to do that chalky minty color, I could put it in some places on this chain as long as I seal it when I'm done because it'll be against the skin. So there's a way to do that.
Yeah, you get lots of hearts.
Let's give Kylie a round of applause and thank her sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I thank you for being here.
Always
And,
good being here with you and with everyone in chat. It's lovely.
Yes. Yeah, and thank you for the community today. We really needed it, guys. And
Great community.
I hope you go out there and shine your light, let others find you, do something nice for someone. You know, I gave lists of ways to do that in the last stream, so I won't go over that again, but you know, go share some love. Find your people. Okay. Thank you guys so much. And I appreciate you. Love and light. Bye-bye.
Peace and love, everyone. Bye.